Chris. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field, and of course, a quarterback, 23-year veteran who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The Bucs at 4-5, a game under 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
Back when I played with dinosaurs roam the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Walker now on 1st and 10. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Dwayne Eskridge, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Joe Tryon drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Brady now on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Brady to Gage for a Tampa first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run good for 24 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Brady. There's Evans again, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Jalen Darden, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, right?
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now, the midterm elections are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football, where we've moved past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South in California, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara. And then tomorrow, Monday night, it's both Charles's birthday, happy early birthday, buddy, and the first primetime appearance for the Commanders as they travel up to Philly to take on the Eagles. A lot going on. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Geno. That's complete to DK Metcalf. On the move past the 40. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O'Keefe with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bit.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7.
Now Brady. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Throwing is Brady on third down. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And they'll get this down to the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Fournette. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Leonard Fournette, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Extra point put through by Succop. And it's now 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Smith. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On third down, here's Walker.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. as we send you back across the Atlantic to Orlando as we say Guten Tag to our guys standing by. That's Jonathan Coachman. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Baker Mayfield leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll find Eskridge here complete.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brady going to throw.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. And this is caught by Evans.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Fournette. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point try now for Succop. flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his pass is caught. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Smith. This is the tight end fan. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, it's Walker. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the right side, this is Walker.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Throwing is Smith.
Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. Now it's Smith.
Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Throwing now is Geno.
Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
scores for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
A handoff to Fournette. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
So Brady departs, and on it's Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 30. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the 1st and keep possession. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Here's a give to Fournette. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Buccaneers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Right? That's true. You've said that before.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Smith. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, Smith. High throw, but the catch is made. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. Despite
no chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and it certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
So for the Bucs, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. That'll do it for us.